Hey guys, my name is Kyle, and welcome to Confined Space Living, Episode 2. I just did my grocery shopping for the week, and so I thought it would be a good time to do an episode about what I eat and how I cook it. So let's go ahead and talk about the products I just bought for my carnivore diet. We're going to start with everybody standby, eggs. Not much else to say about that. 18 large white eggs. I eat about 4 of these at a time, so that's going to give me a good 4+ days worth of breakfast. Next, tuna. Chunk light tuna in water. Again, good source of protein, only 2 grams of carbs per serving. Now they say there's 3 servings in this container, but I'm going to eat the whole container in one shot. This is what I call a snack, but I eat this by itself with nothing added to it, so it's nothing but protein. The 2 grams of carbs, negligible. The 1 gram of total fat, negligible. Perfect snack. I drink the water, then eat the tuna, and it's great. I bought 4 cans, so again, that's about 4 days worth of snacks for me. Moving on to the next item. This is one I haven't tried before, but it gets mentioned in a book series that I really enjoy, and when I saw them on the store shelf today, I said, let me try that. And it's called andouille sausage. Alright. Serving size 1 link. 4 servings per container. Yeah, I'm going to eat the entire container in one sitting. Amount per serving, calories 180. Total fat 13 grams. Saturated fat 4.5 grams. Trans fat 0 grams. 50 milligrams of cholesterol. 560 milligrams of sodium. 1 gram of carbohydrates. That's 0 added sugar and 13 grams of protein. So again, for the carnivore diet, high protein, low carbs, this is good. Alright, we've now got the really cheap 3-pound family pack of hot dogs made with chicken and pork. We have, again, serving size is 1 link. Yeah, I don't eat that small a serving. Sorry guys, I'm going to be eating a lot more than that in one sitting. But at only 4 grams of carbohydrates and 5 grams of protein, this is a good, inexpensive, carnivore compliant food. Yellow mustard. Nothing fancy about it, but it's an excellent flavoring that is carnivore compliant, if only because it contains 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 fat, 0 cholesterol, 60 milligrams of sodium, 0 protein. It's literally just some salty flavor and yellow coloring. Carnivore compliant, cheap, and it goes a long way to helping keep meals interesting if you don't feel like seasoning that day. Premium pork breakfast sausage. Serving size 2 ounces. Says this log is about 12 servings. Again, not for me. I'm definitely not going to get 12 meals out of this. Total fat 19 grams. Total carb 2 grams. Protein 9 grams. Cholesterol 35 milligrams. Sodium 420 milligrams. So again, we're doing carnivore. High protein, high fat is good. Low carbs is good. This is good. My next favorite snack, next to the tuna, pepperoni. Servings per container, 21. Serving size, 15 slices. Do I have to say it? Yes. It's not going to give me that many servings. Oh, well. We're not worried about calories here. We're worried about where the calories come from. As long as the calories are coming from fat and protein, we're good. It's when you're eating carbs that your body starts storing fat if you don't burn all your calories off. If you're burning nothing but fat, excess fat gets eliminated as a waste product. So again, we're looking at total fat 13 grams, cholesterol 30 milligrams, sodium 500 milligrams, total carbs less than 1 gram, protein 5 grams. So again, a very nice carnivore compliant snack. It will give you your protein, it will give you your fat, and it will give you that salty, savory flavor that's going to keep you feeling satisfied in between full meals. Next on the list is everybody's favorite, bacon. Thick cut bacon. Serving size, 1 cooked slice. Yeah. 11 servings per container. Sorry guys, this entire container is basically 1 serving for me because I'm going to chop this up and throw it in my crock pot with some sausage or chicken and make a stew, make a nice stew-like meal out of it. But again, we're looking at only 60 calories a serving, 5 grams of fat, 15 milligrams of cholesterol, 180 milligrams of sodium, 0 carbohydrates, and 4 grams of protein. So again, decent source of protein, decent source of fat, 0 carbs. This is very good for the carnivore diet. Now for the last item that I purchased, some good old-fashioned kielbasa. Made with pork, turkey, and beef. We're looking at 15 grams total fat, 35 milligrams cholesterol, 520 milligrams of sodium, 3 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of protein. So again, it's high fat, it's high protein, it's low carb. Very good for carnivore. I bought all of this earlier today at Walmart, and it cost me about $70. And this amount of food will take care of me for at least a week. Not a bad deal. If you eat smaller portions than I do, you'll definitely get a longer period out of this. But since because of how carnivore works, we're not counting calories, and while we shouldn't go crazy with portion size isn't as important as when you're eating foods with a lot of carbs. Now that we've discussed the products that I've purchased today, there is one thing I want to mention to everybody. I do not have any sponsors at all at this time. So anytime I talk about a book or a product or anything else, it's because it's something I have personally tried, and I'm telling you about my personal experience. I am not going... If I ever do happen to get sponsors, I will remain the same way. I will be telling you about my personal experience. I'm not going to give someone a good review if I don't feel they deserve it, and I don't care what they did to sponsor me. Anything I say about a product will be the absolute truth to the best of my knowledge. Now, moving on to cooking. First, we got to put the food I'm not going to be cooking tonight away. I have this tiny little refrigerator over here, but it is sufficient to hold what I just bought. As you can see, I still have some frozen chicken, ground beef, and eggs from my last shopping trip. And yeah, this is your pretty much standard sized micro fridge like you would find in a college dorm or a hotel room. Doesn't really have a lot of excess capacity, but will make it work. Alright guys, all the groceries except what I'm going to be cooking for dinner tonight have been put away. So now let's talk about the actual cooking. Here I have a 6-quart crock pot. It's an oval shape, and it suits my needs perfectly. It fits the space I have for it without much room left over to slide around and slosh. And it's got enough room inside for pretty much anything I might conceivably want to cook for myself as a single or even double meal. It currently has the leftover juices and fat from some ground beef that I cooked yesterday. I like to hold on to it in that way for a few days to a week at a time. I generally clean this crock pot once a week. Discard anything that's in it before it can go rancid and start fresh. For tonight's dinner, I'm going to be having the kielbasa and the andouille. Now, this is going to be extremely simple. All I'm going to do is chop up the kielbasa into pieces and put it into the crock pot. The andouille I'm going to leave whole and put it in the crock pot with the kielbasa as well. Set it to high, and within an hour to 2 hours, things should be ready to eat, especially since both the kielbasa and the andouille are already fully cooked. So all we're really doing is heating them up and making sure that there are no bacterias or salmonellas or anything like that living within our meat products. Plus, hot food does tend to taste better than cold food. So for starters, the cutting board. I clean it after every use, but it hangs out on the truck, so it needs to be cleaned before I use it too, because goodness knows what might be getting on it while it's sitting on the floor in between my refrigerator and my bed. Just a simple Clorox sanitizing wipe, and we're going to wipe it down. I wipe down the entire board, not just the side I'm cutting on. Probably not actually necessary, but better safe than sorry. I use that wipe to clean my hands too. Want to make sure I have nice clean hands before I start handling my food. Alright. And we'll set that to the side. I'll take a clean, dry towel and wipe off the cutting board because we don't want the Clorox getting into our food. At this point, everything is really simple. It just cut up the kielbasa, put it in the crock pot, plug it in, turn it on, and wait. And now with the kielbasa cut up, we move on to the andouille. There we go. Make sure to clean the knife off. Clean off the cutting board again. Put the cutting board away in this tiny little space between refrigerator and bed, like I mentioned earlier. Clean my hands. And now we're ready to put the lid on the crock pot and put the crock pot back in its space. I turn on the inverter, so now the crock pot will do its thing, and all I have to do is wait. As you can see, there's my little cubby hole for my crock pot and my coffee maker, and it's just the right size. It doesn't leave enough room left over for things to slide around, fall over, spill, get damaged, anything like that. Now, this is something I do to help prevent spills while driving, and I find it also helps things warm up faster. I take a towel and fold it over the top of the crock pot. It holds the lid in place and catches any liquid that tries sloshing out. And there we have it. And now I'm going to close the front to this cabinet, which is actually a TV I never watch, which is why I have this cloth over it so I don't get fingerprints all over the screen. And I will now wait for dinner to cook. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you wait with me. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you enjoy the videos.